All right, we back. I don't know what part we on. 6, 7, I don't know. But she read my message, and then, matter of fact, we used to do voice threads. We wouldn't text. We would like leave voice threads to each other. That was our jam. So she read it, and then she didn't say nothing for like 3 days. Y'all know how I feel about people ignoring me, especially if you're supposed to be my friend. So about 3 days later, she sends me a voice thread, and she's just like, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting back to you, but I was kind of taken aback by your message, and I didn't really know how to respond. It really caught me off guard. And to be honest with you, me and Norbert are friends. And I understand that y'all have y'all's problem, but I would never make you choose between your friends. And I'm not going to allow anybody to do that to me. So I'm still going to hang out with Norbert, but I just won't tell you about it. Huh? Now keep in mind, me and Norbert is back humping. So you telling me this is my nigga again now, but she doesn't know that. You telling me what you're gonna do with my nigga and that you're gonna hide it from me? Bet. Now he's not allowed to talk to you. How about that? He's not allowed to talk to you anymore because you can't respect boundaries. All you had to do was say, hey Key, I'm gonna reach out to Norbert. I want him to come ride with me to go look at a car. I want him to go do XYZ. And I would not have thought nothing of it. But the fact that you went behind my back and then went so far as to tell him not to tell me, bitch, you're sneaky as fuck. You're a motherfucking fan. You're a fan. Sorry. And now you're disrespecting me. I came to you as a friend and told you exactly how I felt, and you basically just shit on me. Furthermore, it gets better. Now, I didn't mention nothing to any of the other girls. It's other girls in a little circle. Innocent, I didn't tell her nothing. But obviously, Big Bird must have been talking with them about it, because I get a message from Big Bird like 2 days later, and it's a screenshot of me and Big Bird's messages. So I sent a question mark, and she didn't say nothing for like a couple hours, and then she sent the message. She was like, hey girl, I don't know, my phone must have accidentally sent that to you. I don't know what happened or how that got sent to you. Just disregard that. No, bitch. You sitting there talking and cackling with these girls about our personal business, and you screenshotted my message, but instead of sending it to the girls, you accidentally sent it to me. I know what time it is. So now I feel like you extra phony, because now you're talking about me with our other friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a phony ass. I never once went to them with anything that me and you personally have, because at the end of the day, I respect you as my friend, and I feel like we have a closer bond. I have a closer bond with you than I have to the other girls. So I'm not going to go to them with that. It's none of their business what we're personally going through. But now you've proven to be a fake ass bitch. You're trying to go behind my back with my nigga, and then you're talking about me behind my back with the other girls. You know what I'm saying? And she is reaching out to Norbert and talking about me to him. Girl, he's gonna tell me every time. Furthermore, I already knew, because when Norbert came to my house the next day, he said, how are you and Big Bird? I said, we're not friends. Oh, for real? Oh, I hate that. And I already knew that they was talking about it, because why would he ask me that? I wasn't going to tell Norbert what a fake ass friend you were being. I wasn't going to tell him. But you beat me to the point going to try to talk to my nigga about me, because he asked me about it. So I know that was stemming from somewhere, because see, it's more than one way to catch a rat, baby. I, at this point, don't fully trust Norbert. I don't trust you, Big Bird. So if I don't say nothing to either one of you guys, I can figure out who's cackling behind my back. So the fact that he came to me and asked me about it, that already let me know that you done went and told him something. And so he's like, well, what happened? I said, you already know what happened, so don't act like you wouldn't have brought it up if you didn't know. Oh, man, it's about me? Playing dumb like his dumb, cockeyed, four-eyed ass always do. I mean, I got 4 eyes too, but I'm just saying, like, playing dumb. I said, listen, I don't want to bring it up to you. I'm not talking to you about it because I don't want you involved. These are your so-called friends, which they're not his friends. They only invite him out when they want him to pay for shit. Other than that, never do nothing. His birthday came, nobody did shit for him. period. So, anyways, he's like, is it over me? I'm like, listen, I don't want you involved in it. Me and her are not friends. That's just it. And I don't want you talking to her anymore because she can't respect boundaries. So you need to make your decision right now on what it's going to be, because that relationship, for my comfort, is going to be dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay, well, if you say don't talk to her, then I won't talk to her. I said, now, Innocent, I feel like Innocent is your friend. That's your true friend. That's like your little sister. So I don't care if you have dinner with her, talk to her, or whatever. I don't give a damn about that. But that Big Bird is the absolutely hell no. And it was another one of my friends that he would always take out to dinner too. But I never told her everything that was going on with me and him. So I didn't, that'll come later on a later story time. But it was like, he had this weird thing where he likes to kick it with my friends. And everybody is like pretty girls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's just like, as an old man, he likes to be seen with these young girls and it makes him feel like, you know, he's younger. Because I mean, I was way younger than him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely out of his league. But I don't know what his deal was. But he was just on some weird shit. And I used to tell him, I'm like, I don't do that to you with these dudes, and I can. But out of respect for you, I don't. So I don't understand why you always disrespecting me and moving weird. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so now I noticed that all the girls start hanging out. The Big Bird, Innocent, the other girls in the little crew. And nobody's inviting me nowhere. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's texting me. I'm like, that's weird. So I kind of like sent like a little DM to Innocent, like here and there or whatever, and she would respond, but it was very dry, like very only speaking to me unless I spoke to her. You know what I'm saying? Like not reaching out, not nothing. And so me and Norbit kind of talked about it or whatever, and I said, I think Big Bird went and said something to these girls. I told him about the screenshot. I said, because now they're all not talking to me. He was like, well, you know, Big Bird is messy. And she probably did. She probably trying to get them to be team her. But my whole thing is, if all it takes is for her to say one thing to them and they stop talking to you, then those is not your friends anyway. I hate to break it to you. This is what Norbit is saying to me about Big Bird, Innocent, and the rest of the crew. And I'm like, you know what? A broken clock is right at least once a day or twice a day. I don't know how the saying goes. He was right. If all it takes is for somebody to say one little thing and you don't even reach out to me to get my side of the story or check on me or nothing, and you just stop talking to me, like you are not my friend. And so I said, you know what, Norbit, you're right. I mean, it's me and you, I guess. Like, that's how we started. That's how we going out till the wheels fall off. And I dapped them off. I said, one band, one sound. So I said, but for me, I said, I know this girl's going to be texting you and you better tell me every single time. Because I'll be damned if you keep sitting up here talking to me behind my back to my man. And I know that he's trying not to be messy, so he probably won't tell me everything. But you better tell me. Because I said, and if you don't tell me, me and you going to have a problem. He said, all right, I ain't going to be kicking it with her. I'm done with your friends. I'm done kicking it with your friends or whatever. Like, I care about you way more than them, so I'm not going to be around them. I'm not. If you don't like it, it's dead. That shit is dead. I won't do that shit no more. I said, good. I'm glad that we have a clear understanding. That mean if something else ever come up, or I even hear about you doing some backward shit behind my back with my friends, you already know what time it is. I'm out. Right? I'm out. So, okay, that's that. So fast forward, like, the next couple of weeks, we kicking it or whatever. We still like talking, and you know, he would tell me every time like Big Bird would text him, like she would text him like, oh, I need somebody, something wrong with my brakes. Can you have somebody? Can you send me somebody? You know, that type of stuff. Like he would tell me something, and then some things he wouldn't tell me. Because one day I happened to go through his phone, and I could see that his phone had been wiped. Now, I never was the type to go through his phone. But I knew initially because, like, one day I asked for his phone, and he had changed the password or something like that. So I thought that was it. I said, why you change the password on your phone? Because when we was dating, I knew all codes, all everything. I never went through his phone, but I knew all codes to everything. And he was like, oh, I don't think I changed it. It should be the same password, playing dumb as per usual. But one particular day, I tried to go through it or whatever. I guess maybe he had changed it back because he knew that was a red flag. They had changed his password. And I got in the phone. Well, he sees me through the phone and he starts trying to fight me for the phone, like play fighting, like wrestling me for the phone. I said, oh, it's something in there you got to hide? Because when you start hiding your phone from me and fighting me for your phone, nah, man, you don't need to go through my phone. You don't need to go through my phone. I said, okay, so you're doing something. No, you just don't need to go to my phone. He laughing or whatever. I said, bet. All this that you're doing right here tells me everything that I need to know. It already tells me everything I need to know. So I waited maybe 3 weeks or whatever, and he was going to the gas station or something. I'm in the car with him. We was having date night, and he left his phone in. So I proceeded to go through it. But I could tell he had wiped the phone clean. Because when I went to Big Bird's name, it was nothing there. It was one message. But I know that there has been more messages. Where's the message when she asked you to go to buy the damn car with her? It had been wiped clean. So I'm like, oh, this bitch playing games with me again. In my mind, I'm just already getting fed up again with his fucking lies and his disloyalty. And his bitch assness. You're so weird. You are so weird. One thing I am is loyal. No nigga gonna ever be able to come to you and say something about me. Regardless if we're on good terms, bad terms, or whatever, I am not fixing to do some disloyal shit to you. When you had the secret, when you was leaving work, I never once told innocent, I kept your secrets. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you kikiing with my friends behind my back and lying and just, why do these bitches feel so comfortable to be able to talk about me to you? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. He acting like he's Team Kiara, but I think this bitch motherfucking Switzerland. You're playing both sides of the fence, and I don't like it. Pick a side. Are you here or are you there? Because I can carry on with my life. You the one came begging with your tail between your legs. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who came begging. So, I'm already peeping things or whatever. I never mentioned that I seen that he still had text Big Bird until maybe later on. We was having a conversation. I said, you really don't respect me anyway, and I don't trust you. And so he's just like, well, why you say that? I mean, I just feel like I can't do nothing right. I can't do nothing right or whatever. I said, no, you have gotten better. Because at this point, he was better, as far as, he was looking out for me. If I said, oh, I'm going to get my hair done. He didn't pay for my hair or nothing like that, but he would say, oh, I got something on it. So he might send me $100, $150 or something like that. He was looking out for me in that sense. You know what I'm saying? We still was kicking it or whatever. But I told him, I said, I told you not even 2 weeks ago, stop texting this girl. So why do I see text messages between you and her? And I told you, if she does text you, I don't care if it's, you know what I'm saying, her dog died. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? He was, oh man, that little stuff she texted me, I didn't even think much about it. I didn't think much about it to tell you. I said, no, I told you, if she texts you and you don't tell me, it's going to be a problem. I don't know why you keep playing with me. Do I look like I'm playing with you? You know what I'm saying? I am not playing with you. All right. So let's just change the subject. That's what he said. So he's getting irritated on me. Again, he always plays the victim. So he started acting a little funny. He doesn't like I said, he doesn't like to be chastised. He doesn't like for anything to say anything negative about him or whatever. He don't like when I get on him about stuff. He likes to be looked at as perfect. I said, what is the purpose of all this with the girls? Who are you trying to please? Why do you go so far out of your way to, do things for you? Oh, shit. That was one part I missed. So now he's at the new job, right? And so he had me meet up with his new coworkers. We all went for happy hour. And it was literally 15 people. He pays the whole thing as he normally does. The bill was probably $500-$600. It wasn't terrible, but that's just what he does. So we're sitting there and I'm talking to one of the secretaries at his new job. And she was like, I already knew me and him was going to hit it off. She was like, because on my interview, I told him that I was from Maryland, and he told me, oh, I was just in Maryland last week for the Usher concert. When she said that, my eyes got big, because me and him was supposed to go to the Usher concert in November of last year, but we broke up. Remember, we broke up in September. So he act like he didn't really like, he was talking to girls or whatever, but he said that he didn't go to the concert is what he had told me. I went to the concert in Houston, but I went by myself. So when she said that, I'm like, who the fuck did he go to Maryland to the concert with? And why did he tell me he didn't go to the concert? So when the girl said that, and then she was a black girl, so I said, that's funny you said that, because when I asked Norbert about the concert, he said he didn't go to the concert. And the girl looked and she shut up. She knew she had said too much because he got caught up. So I looked at him. He was like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, yes, you did. And then he whispered to me, he's like, I just told her that I went to the concert because I wanted to establish rapport with her because she said she was from Maryland. I really didn't go to the concert. I just told her that. And so I'm like, Norbert, why do you go out of your way to lie and just to seem so perfect and relate with so many girls? Like, why you're doing the same stuff with the new girls at your clinic? He was talking about he baked them cakes and he was making them wings. Like, now he taking everybody to dinner, which I don't have no problem. It's your money, do what you want to do. But why do you feel the need? He feels the need to, like, buy friends. That's what I get from it. He feels the need to, like, buy friends. And so we were talking. I said, you talk about friends and like how you got to do everything for everybody. And he told me, he said, you know what? I go out of my way to please people. I go out of my way to do things for people because when I do the most for everybody, I know that they are going to always be loyal to me. They're going to do whatever I ask them to do. I'm like, Norbert, they work for you. They should already be doing what you ask them to do. That's what they get paid to do. Like, you don't have to buy your friends. Like, you should want people to like you for you, not because of what you can do for them. I mean, I don't look at it as like buying friends. I just look at it as being nice to people. That way they be nice to me in return. I'm like, they're not being nice to you because it's genuine. They're being nice because of what you do for them. Like, I'm just not that fake of a person. Like, I'm gonna be a real person. I'm cool with you. I'll be nice to you because I fuck with you, not because of what you do for me or whatever. Clearly, look at the relationship I'm in with a nigga making lots of money and ain't never paid a damn bill of mine, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So that never rang more true, that statement. That statement came back to haunt me because, and I'm getting ready to end this story time because it just was too much. I just feel like I've been talking for hours now. But what happened? Something happened. Oh, it was the rodeo. It was the rodeo in Houston, and me and my friend went to the rodeo. Now, this is my first time going out without Norbert, right? And Norbert said that he was just going to kick it at home. He said, go ahead and enjoy your friend, go to the rodeo or whatever. He even sent me some tickets that he had left over from when he had took his nephew to the rodeo. So I go with my friend. We going to the rodeo. We having a good time. I tried to do for other people what I want done for me. So I realized it had been like 3 or 4 hours. I hadn't texted him. So I said, let me check in with my boo. So I text him or whatever, and he didn't respond. So then I called him. No, I called him first. I called him and he didn't answer. And then maybe like an hour later, I text him and he didn't respond. And it was just so weird. Like, what are you doing? Because you're not with me. I'm at the rodeo, so why are you not answering my calls and why are you not texting me back? He read the message, but he never responded. So then I didn't hear from him that night. I got home from the rodeo. He never texted me. He hit me up the next morning. And I'm like, Norbert, why do you do that? Like, how come, like, whenever we're out or you're out, you go ghost? I went out with my friend. I try to be a good girlfriend. I reach out to you, and you just disappear. He's like, listen, I don't feel the need to have to call or answer your calls when I'm out. I went out last night and I didn't answer. So what? It's not a big deal. I don't feel the need to conform to your separation anxiety. Separation anxiety? Bitch, I don't gotta fucking call you. I called you one time. And I text you. I'm not, like, I promise y'all, this probably makes me sound like a negative bitch. I'm not. Like, I was not that type of girl. I just would communicate. You know what I'm saying? And he has this weird thing where if he's out, he's gonna go ghost for like 24 hours. And then text you the next morning like nothing ever happened. But if I was to ignore him, it would be a problem. So I said, you act like I hit you up multiple times. Like, you didn't even tell me that you was going out. You didn't tell me nothing. You just disappeared. Like, that's like, what are you doing? And so then he didn't really like say too much or whatever, but he started like getting a little distant, and then we didn't talk for like 3 days. He didn't text me, he didn't call me for 3 days, and I didn't text him and I didn't call him. Because I'm not fixing to be fighting for the same damn shit. Like, I tell you, it's like, am I stupid or is this nigga playing with me? Like, I can tell him one thing and he's gonna do the exact opposite every single time. And it just irritates my soul. Like, are you just forgetting that I told you this, or are you just purposely and maliciously doing this type of stuff? Like, you don't want to play by the rules. Like, you don't want a woman telling you. That was one thing he used to always say, that his ex was very controlling. So I think that any little thing that I told him, he's going to do the opposite just because I told him not to do it. Because he doesn't like for somebody to tell him what to do. But you playing with the right one, baby, because I will dip on your ass and detach and act like I don't goddamn know you. So he went like 3 days without talking to me after we had the conversation about the rodeo and him going missing. So then he hits me up one morning before work, like 6 in the morning. He was like, hey, Key, I know we haven't talked in 3 or 4 days, and I know you don't like that, but, you know, I just feel like I can't win with you, blah, 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 blah. In my mind, he's already got something else going on. The way that he's acting, the way that he's disappearing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's already got something else going on, but he's never going to be the type that will break up with you. He's going to do things to make you break up with him so that he can be the victim. So that he can say, no, you broke up with me. I loved you. But he will do X, Y, Z. Everything that you ask him not to do, he will do it. And then get mad that you broke up with him. Or say whatever. So he texted me. He's like, you know, I know you don't like that we haven't talked, but I just feel like I can't win with you. I texted him back. I said, no, actually, it's not a problem. You know, I thought about it last night, and at this point, I just feel like you can do whatever you want to do. You can do all the parlaying and frolicking in these streets that you want to do. I don't care anymore. And he texted me back. He's like, okay. Yeah, okay. Because I'm done. I'm done asking you for a basic, bare minimum energy that you're supposed to have, like when you're in a relationship or whatever the hell was in at that time, now a situationship. I'm not finna be calling you. I'm doing the most. I'm a bad we don't do this. You got me acting out of character. I had to remember who the I was. I'm not about to do it with you. Have fun. Because I know you're going to be crying with your tail between the legs in about a month. So that happens or whatever. And I'll say maybe a week goes by. We're in April. So he hits me up. He says, you know, hey, Key, I just wanted to check on you and see how you're doing. This is like on a Monday. I didn't get it, though, because I blocked him. So, but I have an Android phone. So, you know, with Android, you have like a block file. So you can go and see anybody that you block. You can see their messages. And you can also see when they call you. So I happened to check my block file on a Wednesday, and I seen his message. And I have read receipts on. So he saw when I read the message. He basically just said that, you know, he wanted to see how I was doing, wanted to check on me, blah, blah, blah. I didn't respond. Oh, bitch, you think that you finna still keep your connection to me? You think you finna get all this good personality and vibes? No. I'm not talking to you. I'm not responding to you. Go out in them streets like the dirty, dingy, mangy dog that you are trying to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna respond to you. And I didn't. So then I was writing my friend and I was like, you know, Big Bird's birthday is coming up and I bet you all the girls are going to get together and, you know, I'm not going to be invited. I said, I really feel some type of way because I let this man come between, you know, me and my friends. I isolated myself with him and now I feel like I have nobody. You know, and my friend was just like, well, obviously the way that they're acting, they're not your friends. You know what I'm saying? They're not your friends in the first place. So you shouldn't feel that way, right? So then Big Bird's birthday comes. Somebody sends me a screenshot of Big Bird's birthday dinner. Why is singing happy birthday to this bitch. This nigga was playing in my face. All the time that I asked him over and over, what's going on, what's this? I'm not gonna hang with your friends, I'm not doing nothing. You was doing that shit on purpose. You were doing that. You just was texting me Monday, trying to get me to talk to you. And now you're at this girl's birthday dinner. She only invited you to pay, so she could feel like the bitch that I am. That's the only reason that she invited you. You're dumbass. You a duck. He's a duck. He's dead to me. When I seen that, I'm like, oh, you are dead to me. You better not fix your lips to call me, text me, send a kite. Stay over there. Stay over there. You're disloyal, and you just what your ex-wife said you was. Bitch. Woo-woo. He better be lucky that I don't know none of his friends. Because, baby, I could show you better than I could tell you. He better be lucky. So anyways, y'all, that's the end of the story time. We're back outside. Actually, I'm in the house being lame, but summertime is coming. I got some trips planned. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. It's more to come because I have a lot of crazy stories. I just was not sure if I'm ready to let people be in my business. And to be honest, I still wanted to be friends with the other girls, but obviously they don't want to be friends with me. They stopped talking to me based off of whatever Big Bird and Norbit said. So I just gotta chunk that up. If y'all see this video, it ain't no problem. This is my truth. It is what it is. But I've always been a strong woman. I've always been a lone wolf. I never needed an entourage of bitches. I really don't. So this just made me further realize that. And I am moving on with my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with nobody. When I see you, I see you. But it is what it is. Hope y'all enjoy.